So we've talked about infrared, we've talked about solar panels, we've touched a bit in passing on ground source and air source heat pumps. What other things can be done in the sustainability space in relation to domestic homes?
Okay, well, you can also insulate your lofts. That is one of the biggest things for people to do. Just spend some money on insulation. You know, if you think that your loft is the one place, your loft and your cellar are the two places where you lose more of your heat, then obviously insulating the loft is a very low cost efficient thing to do, but it is actually really effective. So if you don't have to produce it, but if you keep more of your heat, then obviously that's a better thing to do. You can also do basic things like making sure that all your pipes are insulated, so that again you don't lose any heat through them. Making sure that if you have all cavity walls, you can fill them in, you know, and you can create. I was just going to say cladding, but that's not a good word, is it nowadays? Technical. So it's that's not a good idea. But there are, there are products out there on the market that make your radiators to be more efficient. So there are products out there that will help you to become more efficient as such. But it is the big different ones is the one that you created, is through the solar panels, is the heat through the heat pumps, whether it's ground source if you are lucky enough to have the space, or air source heat pump in the middle of the cities. And then, and it is the installation. And then, it's just the little things like the bulbs on the radiators, the thermostats on the individual radiators. Nowadays, people take that for granted, but you'll be surprised how many HMOs I've walked in where they still don't have those things, where they just have, a system that actually works everywhere. And obviously the best way to have a radial heating is through underfloor heating, isn't it? Because that's the most effective one, where you just keeping your heating at a low point, but constant all the way through. And then basically just get more for it. You don't get the hypes and you don't get much better efficiency. And this is Raquel Cadal. If you have any more questions or want to know a little bit more about how we work and how we can potentially work together, just drop me an email at thegreenlandlady@gmail.com. Thank you very much and have a good evening.